Hello, welcome back to Unrest Digest. I am back and uglier and fatter than ever. And yeah, let's get back into it. It's been how long? I don't know, 6 months. So yeah, been a lot going on. And I've missed a lot of it. This has brought me back. Anyway, I do plan to come back, don't get me wrong. But this is a big one. I've never been so happy reading a news headline. We have from The Guardian, who I reckon said this through gritted teeth, because we know that they love a few regulations and giving it to the farmers. They'll claim to be fans of the working class, but we know that ain't true at The Guardian. But I just want to read what they have to say. They're drowning us in regulations. How Europe's furious farmers took on Brussels and won. We won, lads. It didn't come to the UK because we're not in the EU anymore. But those dirty piranhas were surrounding us. They could feel that they're just like, we're gonna get rid of the cows, but like just can't do it because there'll be a backlash. And whereas the EU were like, we have the power. They're big headed. Didn't win in Canada when they stood up with the truckers' protests. Unfortunately, they went full fascista over there. It didn't quite go too well, with all the bank accounts being shut down. However, I keep seeing it comes up on my feed. No one else I know talks about it. They don't know much of anything really that's going on. Be like, one day it's Romania, farmer protest, shit being flew everywhere, flying around in all the government houses. Then it goes to Italy, were the big one, I think. And the Dutch were the first, I believe. And then I think Ireland, they've had quite a lot to complain about recently. And then it came to the French, and when it comes to a protest, the French, they know how to do it. So they took all the tactics that they'd seen from all these European countries, and they went above and beyond. The shit went above and beyond. There's videos of people going, get it going in. All that extra manure that they weren't going to put down. They had plenty spare waste. Anyway, I'm not even finished reading it. Mass demonstrations across the EU against environmental directives has become a politically charged issue. Yes, if you want to fucking eat. Jesus Christ, Guardian.
The farmers are just being greedy and they don't know it's about saving the environment.
Okay, keep saying that. When the shelves are empty, your belly is empty. But don't worry. The weather's going to still be the same. Sorry. Sorry. I'm not listening to the whole, the cow farts are heating the planet. And that's why it's hotter this year. Nope. Not buying it. Not buying it at all. You can show me like a graph of measurements and be like, A plus B equals C. And it's like, yeah, but there's a lot of other factors going on. And there's also like giant tire fires going on in Afghanistan. Like, you must go vegan to save the world. What's that? Somebody just blew up the Nord Stream pipeline, and it's one of the biggest events ever, releasing loads of CO2. But I had to change my ways. It's the same as the whole, all the rich and the elites flying in private jets. What's us lowlies? We only get to fly once or twice a year. I mean, I don't get to fly that anyway, so, But if I want to go to Spain, I'd like to have the ability to, if I wanted to. But anyway, let's read this, because I'm going off on a tangent. On the outskirts of the northern Spanish city of Pamplona. Hey, I know that's, is it Osasuna? That's the team? A green, red and blue stream of New Holland, John Deere, Massey Ferguson, Fendt and Dutsvaar tractors trundled forward, horns honking and orange lights flashing. So I'm just reading it how it was in their head when they wrote it out. Under drizzly grey skies and escorted by navy blue Policia Nacional vans. Fucking hell. Few were in the mood to explain the motives for their demonstration, but a young farmer up in the nearby town of Estella threw open his cab door to share his grievances. Yeah, the Spanish are going for it right now, basically. They're drowning us with all these regulations, he said. They need to ease up on the directives and bureaucracy. We can't compete with other countries when things are like this. We're drowning. Not compete with other countries. Compete to put food on the plates. Jesus Christ. What other countries are you competing with? What other countries outside of the EU? Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's like because of these regulations, we end up with like really cheap food from like other countries. I don't know. It could even end up being China. But when you put in regulations on, was it the Netherlands, who are the second biggest exporter of food, I believe, or something along those lines, and you cut down the food that they're gonna produce because of was it too much nitrogen in the soil produced from farming? Isn't the air like 78% nitrogen? I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but I know it's pretty close. Lost completely where I am now. If Europe's farmers have called a temporary halt to their process in France and Germany, awaiting what one French farmer called proof of love, not just words of love from their respective governments. They have only just got going in Spain. What the hell is this all about? In seas now familiar with Poland to Portugal, angry farmers last week blocked roads, a port and a large wholesale market, and a plan to continue through February. Keep it going, lads. Keep it going. I think there was some small farming protests in England, but I'm not sure why. I knew because they keep talking about it, like we're not going to ban beef by 2050. That would be preposterous. The people would never allow it, and it's like, why did you just say that? Thinking out loud, basically. Testing the waters by thinking out loud. That's a new phrase. I'm going to use that in explaining these things. Like when it was during the pandemic and Boris Johnson would just come out and say, we're not going to introduce masks in 2 weeks' time. Don't worry. And everyone was like, great. And then, lo and behold, 2 weeks' time, report the mask back. Italian farmers took to their tractors last week, converging on the outskirts of Rome and staging a symbolic drive past at the Colosseum on Friday. I heard they didn't dump shit on the Colosseum. In recent weeks, large conurbations, I don't know that word, including Paris and Lyon, have been blockaded. City centres of Brussels and Berlin have been choked to a standstill. Farmers have closed down motorways, dumped manure, hurled eggs, trashed supermarkets, set fire to hay bales and pallets, and clashed sometimes violently with police. Yeah, this Brexit thing is going quite well, isn't it? We haven't really had any of that. There's still food in the supermarkets. They're trying, though. They are trying. But watch and learn. That's addressed to our farmers, our people, and our politicians. Watch and learn. Away from the heat of the process, in TV interviews and parliamentary speeches, their cause has been enthusiastically adopted by a resurgent populist far-right, which seems far-right farmers. They're just Nazis. No, they're just trying to cook your food. They're not going, I'll hit that. Fuck, we don't like this government. We want another stronger, more controlling government with more bureaucracy and fascism. We want a government to work with. Nah, they just want to basically want to grow. Just not just was it the meme is blokes who just want to grill. Well, these people need to grow so we can just grill. That's it. Just want to make food and want to earn a living. But that's far right these days. If so, then maybe the far right is on the rise, if that's what they're getting at. The resurgent populist far right which sees in the farmers a revolt, a promising new front in its long-running war on out-of-touch elites, radical environmentalism and Brussels diktats. Months from European Parliament elections, in which far-right and anti-European parties are projected to make big gains. There you go. Farming, which represents just 1.4% of EU gross domestic product, has climbed suddenly to the top of the political agenda. I'm like, who cares about farming? It's 1.4% of the EU gross domestic product. It's only a little bit. Who cares? There's way more going on than that. But so much more to the economy. Not when you're starving to death. There's nothing. It's just that. We can't eat electric cars. Anyway, in Europe, the same questions are coming up, said France's Prime Minister Gabriel Attal. How do we continue to produce more, but better, continue to tackle climate change, avoid unfair competition from foreign countries? We're punishing our own people and our own economies, like they did with Russia. Screw you, Russia! That's what we do to our economy. And then after that, we like gave them all of the money out of our pockets. And the Russians know what is the most thriving economy going. Avoid unfair competition from. There are questions to which Europe needs rapid answers. The first stirrings came appropriately in the Netherlands, Europe's most intensely farmed country. Intensively farmed. More than 110 million livestock, including cows, pigs and chickens. Ah, there you go. Largely as a consequence to nitrogen emissions, 4 times the EU average. And that's what I said. Because they're producing more food, there's a bit more nitrogen. Yeah, it's probably a bit of runoff, ain't good. Maybe you should try and mitigate those factors slowly, not with direct government. Talk to the farmers, see what can be done. Is there anything that would help you? Some government assistance to help with, getting rid of the waste. Or finding ways to not have the waste in the first place. Talk about these ideas, raise them, several ideas, talk to the farmers, with the government, with the people, and we can all come to, all come to a nice healthy agreement for all. No, it's a guy who goes, too much, get rid. Okay. Alright, itchy nose anyway. Oh my god, there's loads more here. Do I just keep going? 5 years ago, officials said drastic measures were needed, including buying up and shutting down farms. Why? They tried to kill us. Government unveiled plans to cut nitrogen emissions by half by... give me 2 seconds. Not even blocked up, I am a bit, but it's just itchy. The government unveiled plans to cut nitrogen emissions by half by 2030. Well, why did you commit to that? Partly by slashing livestock numbers. No, by slashing livestock. Literally slashing livestock. How else are you going to kill them? Burn them? Up to a third, Dutch farmers did not wait for the details to make their feelings known. In October 2019, more than 2,000 tractors, children from all corners from the country, to see the government in The Hague, causing 620 miles of motorway trailbacks. No farmers, no food. There you go. Their placards read, I'm proud of the farmer. It was a start of a movement. Proud of that sounds a bit, proud of the farmer. He's a farmer supremacist. He's a farmer supremacist, Proud of the farm, the start of a movement that's only since snowballed across the block. Across the block. Accelerating rapidly in recent months to leave, so far, only Austria, Denmark, Finland and Sweden untouched. It's too cold up there. And Austria is just bizarre, weird country. There's just stuff what they were doing as well during the pandemic. Many protesters in Netherlands are at least partly country specific. In Italy, demands include the restatement of an income tax exemption that had been enforced in 2017 was due to be scrapped in the 2024 budget. In Germany, where protests have briefly paused after an estimated 30,000 farmers and 5,000 tractors paralysed Berlin in mid-January, the most explosive issue is a government plan to phase out tax breaks on agricultural diesel to balance its budget. So it's not, by all means, shouldn't have these taxes on there anyway for any of us. But uniting them all, oh my god, this goes on and on. I'm probably going to leave it there. It's been quite a while, and you get the point. I could go over it. Do you want me to read the whole article? You know what? If you want me to leave the whole article, like and subscribe, comment, share, send me hate mail. I don't care what you want to do. Make me friends. Anyway, sorry about the whirring noise in the background. But I'm going to leave it there. You're going to leave it there. You're going to, if you want me to do the rest of this article, I'm probably not. But if you the people ask me for it and I suddenly get big overnight, then yeah, I mean, I have gone quite big overnight, but you know what I mean. Catch you in the next one.